Hey, what's up, guys? Anton here, and in this episode of Dropship Weekly, I wanted to talk about MAP policy, which stands for minimum advertised price. And the reason I wanted to start by focusing on that is because of a comment that we had here in our Facebook group. So let's see if this adjusts and we can actually see it. It was posted, as you see, about 19 hours ago. Basically, she said, not cool. She found another DSL person who is selling products and breaking MAP policy. They have 10% off all products, even for ones where suppliers strictly enforce MAP. And she wasn't sure if she should go ahead and actually tell her suppliers, let them know that someone is violating the MAP policy. So again, for those of you that don't know, MAP stands for minimum advertised price. And it's a policy that all of the legitimate brands will have you agree to when they approve you to sell for them. And it basically means that if they say MAP of a specific product is $1,000, it means you cannot advertise that product for less than $1,000. So if you ever see anyone breaking MAP policy, meaning any of your competitors selling for less than MAP, then yes, you should definitely notify your supplier or your contact there as soon as possible, because if things like this keep happening, they will get the sales, they'll work on smaller margins, and if your suppliers don't know, it's gonna cost you money, right? And that's it. And MAP policies are there for a reason. That was my comment in here. They're there so the brand can be protected. They're there so retailers can make money. Okay, they exist for a reason. And I saw a few other people who kind of chimed in on this post, said things like, oh yeah, I don't want to tell my suppliers when other people are breaking MAP because I feel like it's gonna hurt my relationship with them. And no, it's not. It's gonna improve your relationship, okay? It's only gonna make it better because once again, they are there for a reason to protect those brands. The brands will be happy when you report people breaking this. Now, with all that being said, there was a comment here. Let me scroll down to it. And it was from Corey. And he said, keep in mind what MAP means. It's minimum advertised price. A store-wide discount does not break MAP if they are not advertising it off-site. And while that is typically true, right, which is why we can do things like expiring coupon codes, some suppliers, you have to read their MAP policy, they say that you can't discount their products because that will still break that pricing agreement policy. So not sure exactly what the situation is here with Masha's suppliers. Definitely go back, reread the MAP policies that you signed. It may be an issue like Corey said, or it may be that they are violating MAP. And if they are, reach out to them. It's good for you, it's good for the other people selling these products, and it's good for the brand. And for everyone else watching this video or who read that post and said they were afraid to report their competitors, don't be. Again, it's there for a reason. They'll be happy when you come to them and tell them what's going on. So hope that helps, guys. I wanted to provide some clarification there because this post got a lot of attention. And with that being said, let's get into this week's episode of Dropship Weekly. All right, here we go, episode 20 already. The first question this week is from Elizabeth, and she said she had an urgent question, which is really a concern for her. One of her suppliers asked for the CVV, I've been using it for years, I don't even know, but the 3-digit security code on her credit card on the application form, and she's nervous because does that open the door to getting scammed? And listen, it's totally natural for you to think like, oh, do I want to just give a random person my credit card number? But you have to, because they're going to be processing orders for you. Now, when you're getting approved with suppliers, there's 2 ways to do it, as I'm sure you know. One is to apply for credit terms, and the other is to prepay for orders. As you know, we like to prepay for orders because that means they can basically get us credit card miles, reports, rewards, and it's easier to get approved with those prepaid terms. What that means is the supplier needs to know how to bill you so that they can get your orders out the door. And if they have your credit card number, they have your billing address, they have your 3-digit security code, they have all that information, that means when you send them an order and you want them to ship it right away, all they have to do is pull up your account, place that order, and then boom, the order gets out the door to your customer. So I do understand that it can be, kind of scary to do the first time, but it's totally normal, something you'll get comfortable with. And listen, if you're worried about it, part of the beauty of credit cards is the support that you get from them, the protection that you get in case anyone ever does try to scam you. I could tell you in the past 10 or 11 years of doing this type of thing, it's never once happened to me. So, knock on wood, but suppliers aren't out there to scam you. They just want to be able to charge you when you place orders with them. So hope that helps. And again, if you're worried, just monitor your credit card statement, but I'm sure you'll be fine. The next question this week is from Sam, and Sam said a supplier is asking what wholesale price he wants, what percentage he wants to make. So how should he negotiate this? How should we negotiate this? It's strange. I'm guessing that they don't dropship a lot. I'm guessing that they aren't really familiar with how to set up their pricing since they're asking you. Don't do. I saw the comments on this. Some people were like, "Oh, just ask for 20%." No, 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 no. 20% is the minimum you want to be left with after you pay for advertising costs, after you give the percentage to Stripe for processing the payment, after you pay for shipping, after your cost of goods sold, after everything, you want to be left with 20%. So if someone says this item's $100, you don't want to say, okay, I want to sell it for 120. Or if they say, it's $120, you don't want to say, okay, I want to pay you 100 for it, because that's not really a 20% margin. It's a 20% gross margin. You want a 20% net margin. So if you're selling the item for $180 to $200 on your site, I would not want the cost of goods sold, the cost of that item, to be any more than $100. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Again, that leaves room for all those other expenses you're going to have and maintain your 20% net margin. So hope that helps there. Okay, next we have this comment from Jack, and as he said, it's a little bit off topic, but he was asking how many people have experienced frustration when discussing with a family member or a friend or acquaintance, trying to explain what it is that you're trying to accomplish, because he's sick and tired of hearing, ignorant comments from naysayers who will never step up to the plate and try to change their lives. So basically, what happens when you try to tell people what you're trying to do, you're trying to build a business, and they're telling you like, oh yeah, whatever, it's not going to work. Why even do that? Blah, 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 blah. The things you're going to hear from 99.99999% of the population, right? And as you could see, this post did get a lot of attention because it's a common thing. It's a common thread. Unless you come from a family that's very entrepreneurial, people will kind of talk down to you when you tell them about your ideas. And the reason they do this, and this is, I don't know where I heard this, I heard it a long time ago, but I totally believe it. The reason they do this is because they're actually scared that you're going to succeed. So think of it this way, right? You're telling your parents, who maybe have worked for 20, 30, 40, 50 years in their career, they've, provided for you, provided for your family, given you a great life. And let's just say you're telling them like, yeah, I'm going to start an online business. I'm going to work 4 hours a day and I'm going to travel the world. It's kind of like, it's insulting almost, and it's scary because some people have committed so much time and resources and literally the majority of their lives to this fixed mindset of what you have to do to provide for your family, and they've done it, and usually they've done a great job. And then you're telling these people that you're gonna just blow past all that, you're gonna skip it all, and you're gonna live a life that they've probably never even dreamed of. So that's why people are gonna tell you it's crazy. That's why they're gonna tell you it's not gonna work. And it's not because they're trying to be mean or they're trying to put you down. It's because they're actually scared that it will work, that you will get that you will kind of leave them in a sense, and that they're gonna be left sitting there like, wow, what did I do with my life where this person, and that's the worst, where this person got so lucky. When you do make it, they're probably going to think that you got lucky. So I just wanted to bring this up because so the question really was like, has anyone ever experienced it? And, people were talking about what they do when they have experienced it. I'll tell you, I learned a long time ago not to care what anyone thinks about me and my goals and my plans. I honestly, online, right? If there's someone like trolling on a comment or on a discussion, I can care less. And it's the same thing when I was first starting. If people were telling me, oh, that's a bad idea, this isn't going to work, why are you doing that? I don't care. If I honestly believe something's going to work, I know I'm the only one that's going to get me there anyway. So it's about me putting my head down and accomplishing what I want. So this was a little bit of a rant of a post. That's my rant as a response. Don't even talk to people about what you're trying to do. Like it's just not worth it, and you're not going to benefit from it. The people you should talk to it about are people on our forum, are people on our Facebook group, are people at our retreat. When I was first starting out, I didn't have a network, okay? I didn't come from one of those entrepreneurial families. My dad was a butcher. My mom did inside sales, selling like electronic components for computers and whatnot. I went online to websites like meetup.com, and I found local events about marketing, about business. I went to small business association meetups, just trying to find people I could talk about that have been there before, that I can kind of bounce ideas off of. So that's who you want to talk to about. Your family, everyone else, you don't have to tell them what you're doing. Not going to benefit you unless you're married, you have a wife or a husband husband. You probably have to tell them about it. But that's my rant on this, guys. And I hope that helps you kind of deal with whatever you're going through, Jack, and everyone else who commented on here. Okay, with that being said, let's move things on to a brighter note. Here we have a post from Long, and he said he got his second and third sale. Progress is progress. Totally true. Congratulations on that. Long's been doing some influencer advertising on YouTube. Seems like it's paying off, so congratulations. Look forward to continue to see updates as you get more and more views through the influencer advertising. Next, I just wanted to share this because it's something that I've learned over and over again, and I see students talking about. But Tammy said for anyone who's thinking about starting a second store, it was so much easier the second time around. After she picked her niche the second time, it only took 4 days to set up the new store. That's including picking a name, designing a logo, signing up for Shopify, setting up the domain, emails, getting the store design, test products, demo products, setting up all of Google, social media pages, installing the apps, voicemail setup, writing and editing content pages, right? All this stuff in 4 days. The first time, I don't know if she said how long she did it, but usually the first time people go through this process, it's weeks, and people are second guessing themselves every step of the way. But when you're ready to launch your second, third, fourth, fifth store, it's so much easier. So for anyone that's holding off, just do it. It's worth it. It'll be a lot easier the second time. Here we have another post I wanted to share. This is from Lucina saying why product descriptions are really important. A customer came to her because they went to multiple sites, they were shopping around, and they were relieved to find what they were looking for with complete details in Lucina's product descriptions. Now, when you get approved for suppliers and they send you their price lists and they send you their generic descriptions and their generic stock photos, that's great. But this is something I preach and preach and preach. Customize it. And if you're selling thousands of products, I know it sounds like a huge undertaking to go into all of your product pages and modify them all, and it is. That's why you don't have to do that. Go into Google Analytics, see what your top targeted, top trafficked, I should say, content pages are and product pages, and then you optimize those, okay? All you have to do is go to Google, go to content overview, inside of analytics, see which pages are getting traffic, then go into those. Rewrite the descriptions, add as much information about these products as you could find, scour the internet for additional product photos, ask your suppliers, look at trade show photos, wherever you could find them, build out these product pages to be the best product pages for the products. It will make them convert higher. So great job, Lucina. Congrats on the sale because of the work that you put in. A couple more things I want to mention, guys. We set up an Instagram account this week. It's Instagram.com/dropshiplifestyle, as you can see on the screen. Definitely check that out. Instagram has a stories thing now. It's kind of like Snapchat. So we're doing a bunch of like behind the scenes stuff at the office and, everywhere we go. So definitely go to Instagram.com/dropshiplifestyle and follow it and then watch our stories. It's free. It's behind the scenes look into the office. Really cool stuff. So check that out. And finally, as always, got to let you know, if you're not a student of Dropship Lifestyle yet, go to the mini course that we have. It's totally free. It's 10 modules of information on e-commerce, on dropshipping, how to do this profitably. It'll really help you determine if this is for you or not. So you can click the button on the screen if you're on YouTube. And if not, I'll post a link below this video so you can go get yourself into the mini course. With that being said, guys, that's going to do it for this episode of Dropship Weekly. Please keep the questions coming. That's what gives me ideas for content for the show. That's why we've been doing it for 5 months already. I love it. Hope you guys are enjoying it. Keep the questions, comments, everything coming. Go to youtube.com/dropshiplifestyle so you can subscribe to the channel there. We don't only do this show there. We also have interviews with successful students and tips and things like that. So go there, youtube.com/dropshiplifestyle. And as always, if you got value, please give this a thumbs up or a like and share it with someone that would get value as well. Okay, really appreciate it. And I'll see you next week for Dropship Weekly. Thank you.